terrible. Honestly, I feel like, I can't point no fingers at nobody else, you know what I'm saying? And I take full accountability and everything else that come with it because, as for me as a player, I pray for moments like that, you know what I'm saying, and the ball to come my way. And obviously for me to not come up with it, that just stings a little bit.
Wasn't just those plays. There's throws out there that I want back, but it's game one, and he's a guy that makes those plays. He's going to make those plays. We're not going to get down on him. We're not going to lose confidence by any means.
We have all hour to get into all elements of this game, so let's start with that right there. You could have told me that a lot of different things were going to happen last night, and I would have believed you. If you would have told me the Cowboys would have the game there to be won, and CeeDee Lamb dropping critical passes was the reason they wouldn't get it done, that I would have taken that.
It's the reason I don't bet, though, because humans play this game. And the best of us in some of the most important moments don't find our way to greatness. I think what stuck out to me about what CeeDee said is he said he prayed for moments like this. And the reason you pray for moments like that, because those are championship moments. Those are moments that earn you gold. Is going to have to spend this entire weekend knowing that he let his team down.
Yeah, the Philadelphia Eagles have passed the point of where last night was really a big game for them. Because this is a great team. They're the world champions. They know what they have to do. They've been on the stage. This was everything to the Dallas Cowboys. So, that's the moment. CeeDee, you want it. You want to be great. You got to go be great. You got to catch the ball. But when you drop passes like this and you can't execute, you look like an average player rather than a great player that's getting paid a lot.
Part of an average team.
I look at it.
Average team, yes.
13 targets, 7 catches, 110 yards. He was unguardable. Those 3 plays, he made the drops. You're right. You have to step up. I do want to.
I see what you're saying about those numbers, though, but
you think they're empty calories?
I think it's empty.
I feel like 13 targets.
Where's the moments?
He dominated last
night.
The
moments are the ones to win the football game, Shrek. That's all.
Well, I think the thing is,
I'm not going to come in this morning and be like they lost because CeeDee Lamb dropped passes.
Yeah, but I think what you can say.
But it is the.
But you can actually say they lost.
It would be factual. That is the reality of it. I hear what you were saying. You don't want to lay it because he's the one guy that you count on. But the truth is, this game is there to be won. So you and I in our first hour here.
Of course. But the questions aren't about CeeDee Lamb's not going to have that game ever again. So I feel okay. I'm encouraged. He's not going to drop 3 passes tomorrow or next week, whatever.
Right.
I was more worried about how they were awesome. They were in this game. CeeDee Lamb's diving fully and drops a pass. This is the number 1 wide receiver.
But that's the thing. You beat yourself.
Yeah.
You beat yourself. You sit there and go, CeeDee Lamb's one of the best receivers in football. We're not belittling him.
Still cold.
We no doubt. Yeah. We expect him to make that catch. He
knows it. He knows it.
Miles Sanders fumbles. And so if you're the Cowboys, yes, this is the battle. And Teddy knows it and RC knows it. You walk away going, God bless, on the road against the Super Bowl champions.
You're right there.
We have the game and we give it away because we fumble the football or we don't run away from a Zach Bond or we make the drops in those critical moments. But also you can sit there and cut on the tape and be crazy encouraged that the interior of the offensive line. Dak had better pass protection from that offensive line last night than he had all last season.
No doubt.
I
have no doubt CeeDee will fill up the stat sheet this year. He's going to fill it up. He's going to get a lot of votes from a lot of people.
13 targets.
He's going to be great.
And here's the thing.
Where's the moments? You had them. You missed a couple. That's what it's all about, to be great. And that's the moment that he failed. And that's why he's so disappointed. I look forward to seeing another moment. And hopefully, if he drops that one, and then we're having another conversation.
You wake up this morning, are you feeling, okay, you look at A.J. Brown, which is this number 1 wide receiver who got 1 target all night, and then you got CeeDee Lamb.
But that's the,
when was the one target?
That's the target,
But
though.
I'm saying,
when was the one target?
I'm saying you could have it both ways.
54 seconds left in the game on 2nd and 11. It was the 1 target. He runs the out route.
You wake up this morning saying A.J.
outside.
Brown had a better day than CeeDee Lamb?
But you know what you wake up saying, though? A.J. Brown's team is 1-0.
Of course.
Right, that's what
I get it.
But the thing is this, though, and we shouldn't do this on TV. And so I apologize if people think this is rude. That's the non-player.
Oh, stop. CeeDee Lamb is.
Let me tell you why. I'm not looking
at fantasy football. Ryan, I'm not. Don't belittle me like that. I could come in and say, as 3 ex-players are saying one thing, and give an alternative perspective that maybe CeeDee Lamb did play well. And
Peter, what I need for you to do is not get mad and let me finish for one.
Okay, go on.
It wasn't about you. It was going to be about me.
Okay.
As a player, I can't speak for CeeDee Lamb. I'm speaking for me. If I go out and I have 12 tackles and I get 2 interceptions and then there's a run late in the game that I miss a tackle and the other team wins the game, I'm not talking to my family on the way home. They're not calling me. As I'm walking to the car, my wife is telling people, because we've been through it before, you do not speak if he doesn't speak. I'm not saying that CeeDee Lamb can't play. I'm not saying that you are wrong for defending him. I'm talking from the perspective that I know CeeDee Lamb feels. And that's why I prefaced it by saying, this is not about you. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not saying you don't understand. But what I'm saying is I fully understand.
And if you're on your ride home that you're talking about, and if anyone in your family says you played well, they don't get you. They don't understand. And usually you don't get that from your family because they know you pretty well.
Yes. But I think both sides can be true. I understand what you're saying and I understand what you're saying. And both can be true at the same time. He's a great player. He played a good game, but those drops wind up costing them the game, and he knows it more than anyone else knows it. That's what I think we're trying to say here. Here's what you need to know about me. There's nothing on earth I want to do more on a Friday, the first Friday morning of the season, than open the show by saying, Dak Prescott is the MVP of the league. And that's what we would have been saying if he catches those passes last night. That's how well I thought Dak played last night.
He was fantastic. It was probably the best game we've seen Dak Prescott play since 23. You know, like last year wasn't that version of Dak Prescott. He threw it incredibly well. He made like 2 or 3 plays from the pocket that were big time, like old school, maybe year 4, year 5 Dak Prescott team. We handled situational football
ran the ball
well. With 2-minute drive was great. Interior offensive line was good, and our quarterback looked great. If the Cowboys get that version of Dak Prescott, they're going to have a top 10 offensive line, or a top 10 offense. If the Cowboys get that version of Dak Prescott, they will be a team that is contending for the playoffs, no doubt.
These are excuses we make for average football teams and the Dallas Cowboys, okay? Because what are we talking about with the Philadelphia Eagles? Lose your best player, multiple penalties, 9 for however many it was, and still win the football game.
100%.
Those are great teams. Average teams, we sit here and say, man, they at least they communicated well.
Yeah.
All right. At least they
That's a little expectation.
At least they
They did the same thing 2 years ago in Tampa after or a few years ago. The Bucks won. They opened up, and everyone came out and was like, Dak played really well. Tampa won. At some point, the Cowboys do need to get over this hump and win that game and not just do the moral victory and say, yeah, they played pretty well. We feel pretty good.
We will know so much about them in 10 days, right? They play the Giants a week from Sunday. We all think, well, many people think the Giants are going to be better than they've been. But if you're going to be a team that's going to be in it this year, the Cowboys, you win that game. If they come back, they're going to need to bounce back in 10 days and win that game.
Absolutely. They're going to be home. They're coming in off a 10-day rest, and they're playing up against a team that had a top 10 pick last year in the draft. They should win that game.
Joe Fortenbaugh told you earlier this morning the bet on that game is the Giants with the points with the early line. All right.